Hello, iJoeDo here, and boy have I been off camera far too long. But let me tell you, this here came about, and it's electrical at nature. And a little backstory on this was that there was a power surge that went through this area, and the people came home and found their house dark, and they had this little light thing. Looks like this. See, it was lit up. What it's supposed to do? That you plug them on the wall, they charge. They light up when the power dies, or if you have them set to like a nightlight type of thing, they'll turn at night. This one is set to, I think, just light up if it had like motion activation too. So if motion hits, it would light up during normal operations, and of course when the power died, it lit up and brighten up this hallway. Not bad. Now that's the good part. The bad part is I don't know, looking at this thing. It's like this right there, and I think you need data off that. One thing it has here is this ET URV, I think. I'm not totally sure what that is, but that's, I believe, the certification for this here product. And it doesn't seem that good a certification after doing a little research. It's independent inspected by Intertech. And one thing that it doesn't have, it does say at the bottom, confirms to UL standards 1786, which that is Underwriters Laboratory standard for nightlights for up to 10 watts. This here says it has a 6 watt to it, but I don't know. I don't know if it needed a ground plug. You see there's only 2 plugs there, slightly burnt there, and maybe a ground would have helped, but maybe a non-surge would have helped. But the moral of the story is, they came home, they smelled some kind of like, O2, electrical burning smell stuff, and they thought it was just the guy out back working on the power lines, but maybe it's this, And so I came through, saw this, pulled it out, and chances are this is still alive, but we're going to swap it out. But we're going to try to do it safely. I really can't say too much about this product per se, except for if you have something electric, you want to look for the Underwriters Laboratory symbol. That's a good one to check. I think they should test this stuff out. And, you maybe won't get burnt or burned on your house per se. Let's see here. I got here a little checker, voltage tester, right? I think you've seen this before in my videos, like this guy here. It has a positive, negative leads to it, and so yeah, there's and on the top one, we're doing the bottom one. Plug on one side, other side. So that's still hot, as in electricity's flowing through this one at least. Now, in general, if this one has electricity, that one will have electricity too. But there's a key thing about it, which I'll go over soon here. That not always are they both hot or not. Sometimes one can be controlled by a switch somewhere in the house. Other times maybe some other thing. But we have this here little tester, little sniffer. I'm going to plug it in here carefully. Hope it doesn't blow up. There, red light means this is working. And now I'll go out to the panel and see if I can find its power supply mate. Okay, so I can get the circuit breaker panel. I got stuff's kind of labeled here, but I also got this here, the sniffer, right? Get it going. All right, let's try again. So it seems like that's that bottom one that says fridge, dining room, or the one above says hall, bedrooms. So guess what? Now go back inside and check. All right, so we're back inside. And you see now the light's off here. So give that a pull. And not trusting electricity. Hey, where are you going? Not trusting the electricity stuff. I got my little tester again here. And just do a little test like this. Like that. And nothing. So we can now take a look inside the world of this thing. And a key note here is if you have other people, if you have like little kids maybe, or maybe other adults around, people that you don't trust per se, you might want to employ some lockout tagout on that fuse out there, or at least shut the panel, make sure there's a note on there saying, hey, it's turned off, blah, blah, and why. And luckily, there's no kids, no other idiots around, so I can do this, I can commence with the operation per se. Alright, so little screwdriver, take the screw off. Tasty. This here, trash. Maybe we wipe down, I don't know. Now we got some Phillips here. Phillips. Undo the bottom screw. And this top one here. Okay. Whoever did this did a pretty good job, looks like. They did let's see, besides, I don't always see this, but a lot of times I'll see, okay, nothing cooked here, I don't think. Got some tape around here, electrical tape, right? And I only see 2 wires going into it, plus a ground down there. So this here is more than likely done. It is dead, right? Bzz, just kidding. If I don't get this thing out, you'll know I lied and it wasn't dead. Take this tape off. Maybe just keep it even because it's nice and sticky still. So I'll stick that aside. And now you can see we got some screws here, right there and there. And power's on this side, the other side is your neutral, and it grounds like back up in here too. Yeah, not the best lighting condition, but this is another time we can take the testers and do right on the leads. Right here on this screw here, other side, nothing. So good. Wet right breaker. And we can pop this off here. They went with the around the nut model here, around the nut, around the screw. And yeah, that's fine. Sometimes they have little things in the back you stick them out. The ones I don't like is the ones you just stick them in the back, and they have to have like a little pin or something to push to let them click out. That's like the lazy version. And usually the ground's always screwed in. Alright, so 3 screws fairly loosened. Do a little pry work on this ground. And there. Yeah. So it looks blackened, but not too melted there. I don't know. I don't know. Wash off, use it again? No, trash. That's garbage. So in its place, though, you can get, you know, different types of things, types of plugs. I don't know. Colors for sure. So that was a white one. This one here, this is a tan one. They said that it didn't mind it with the blue color. They think it's fine. Now this one here on the back, you can see what I'm talking about. This here has spots to put your wires in right here. And if you want to branch off, you can do like a hot here, and a common over here, and then a hot over here, and a common over here to go to another outlet or wherever it's in a series. And of course your ground here. But we don't have to worry about that. You can even do your hot down here, and your common up here. But you don't do hot and common on both sides. So it's one side or the other. And your hot usually goes to this right here, the little one. Okay, and just take another look here with the light up in this box. The box I can see is metal and has a grounding thing. So like I said, I don't know if it was grounded properly, if it would be okay. This right here is nothing. This right here is dirty. Now I'm dirty again. Oh. Right. Hey, where'd this go? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and reconnect them, but I'm going to do a straight wire. And even on this one here, it's going to be hard to see, but right down here, if you look on your back of your plug outlet, there's a little gauge. They want you to strip the wire like that long. So let me see if I got some other tools here. Not that. This is good enough, I think. We'll straighten this wire out here. And that right there might actually be close to it. Because I'm going to just stick these in the back and then tighten the wires down. I mean, tighten the screws down here. So I'm going to go by this gauge here. Just put it up to it and go, yep, that's enough right about that loop. So I can cut this part off up here. Right. Put that someplace where the vacuum's not going to suck it up and destroy everything. And I'm going to kind of tighten this wire straight-ish. Great. So when I go to put this thing on, there's the screw's loose. It's hard to see probably, but there's a little back plate here and then this front plate here, and the screw's loose. And I'm going to push this in, put the wire in, and then tighten it down. Now it's going to pinch them together. And these bottom ones here, I'm going to make sure they're just already tightened, because I'm not going to mess with these. Alright, tighten that one. Tighten this bottom one over here. Alright, and then go ahead and put the ground on now. Well, now get this one here situated. This one has more of a loop to it. And basically about the same length as this, the black one here. Now, this is a good test to make sure they're not hot. No. But, no. Do like this. There. Put that aside. And straighten this thing up a little bit better. Great. No charring out of these wires was done. And that's nice to know. Now I can attach the ground. Just like that. Make it nice and snug. And then on these here, yep, I'm going to go ahead and slip this in. Maybe I just zoom out a little bit so you can see better. slip this into the, push the screw in on this side, and just put this up and slide it in there, like so. And then tighten away. Nice and snug. And do the, whoa, earthquake. Do the other side too here. But I think that screw's a little bit tight already, so let me loosen it up some. All right, up and in there. Tight. There. I'm gonna bring it up like that, and let's go and put that little tape in. That electrics tape. It's nice to keep these contacts here from touching the mailbox in there, which they shouldn't. But we'll see. Well, actually, we won't see. They shouldn't. So you work with this kind of tape. You kind of always run it with a little bit of a snug tight. A little bit of a pull, right? Just wrap it around like so. And I can feed it back in there. I'm gonna just get these wires managed a little bit better, a little bit bend. That one, that over there. Line up my holes. Alright, now I'm ready to put the screws back in. And if I find them here, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put in these said screws like so, back in the hole. I'll snug them on down. Then I'll go hit that breaker and turn it on. Actually, both. Make sure their friction's back on. And I'll be back here in a, you know, quick. Alright, so hit the breakers, turn it back on. If you have a fuse panel, or I mean a fuse box? Breaker? Yeah. If you have a fuse, you pull the fuse out, do your work, put the fuse back in. Anyways, ta-da, this should be it. So, let's go ahead and test it out here. Then there, down here. Lights up, down here. Lights up. Cross it. Even hit the ground. That all works, right? So, now, you don't leave this like this. You get a faceplate on it, so you have little fingers that crawl along the ground here, sticking their hands in there and stuff. Alright? Alright. So I got maybe one of these here. And like I was saying, when you flip the switch out of the breaker box and it doesn't instantly pop back off, that's a good sign you did something right. If it does pop off, definitely don't force it. There's a reason why they pop off and whatnot, which I'm wondering why it didn't pop off with this thing, but I guess it's like a slow burn maybe? No. Get it all tight. Depending on what kind of a cover you have, don't tighten it too much or just crack, and that's no fun. Okay, and so that's it for this plug now. It can be used again. Probably not, not plug this thing back in, that's for sure. This thing's toast. I'm gonna take it and trash it. I mean, they do have a little rechargeable battery in them, but I'm not going to mess with that either because that might hold charging. I think it's dead by now. So, questions, comments on this? Leave them below. I think that little mark came out pretty good. And next video, or maybe this one, not next one, I'm going to quickly look at their their tankless hot water heater issue, because it now doesn't turn on anymore. So, for this video, I'm Job Doer, and I'm out. to look at the water heater.